Hello, Aries. Thank you for being here with me. This is a general reading for the following month, and tarot is timeless, so when you come to this, these messages may still apply. Just be sure to use your intuition and, take what resonates and leave the rest. So yeah, I'm going to dive right into this reading. I'm excited to be here for you all. Beautiful. Ooh, I love this. Shit. Okay, so this is the Page of Pentacles. Page energy is beautiful. The Page of Pentacles is the student of the tarot. So this page is willing to start from ground zero, willing to allow himself the space to be that student. And what is it to be a student? Like, you have to be willing to be a student. You have to be opening your mind to the possibility that you actually don't know everything and might benefit from some of the teachers around you. Really like opening to that childlike wonder within us all, and accepting that even if you are a teacher, you can still be this Page of Pentacles. You can still move from the space of, I am also a student, and I will always be a student. As long as I'm a teacher, I will also be the student. And as long as you're the student, you will also be the teacher. And there's no contradictions whatsoever in that. That is the way of the world. Six of Swords. So maybe you are, moving more towards this willingness to be a student. Maybe you are moving away from a mindset that you had before where you were not willing to look a fool. You weren't willing to not know what you think you know, if that makes sense. Maybe you are moving away from the space of like feeling like if you're the student, then you've somehow failed as a teacher, and that's absolutely incorrect. If you're a teacher who's still willing to be a student, you're actually eons beyond many teachers in their time, because some of the greatest teachers in the world really recognize their ability to be a student as well. And the Four of Wands coming out, I see this as the 1111 card. This is also like a celebration. So are you celebrating yourself as you take these next steps, as you move into these new mental spaces? Are you recognizing just how amazing that is? Are you letting yourself experience the joy that comes from honoring yourself for doing good things, for being open, and putting yourself out there, because it's hard to put yourself out there, and it takes a lot of courage. So at the bottom of the deck, I've got the Three of Cups, which is like our ancestors, our spirit guides, source energy, whatever it is on the other side that like supports you in your endeavors, calling you forth to celebrate yourself, calling you forth to give yourself the credit that you deserve for making it through all of these different like life experiences, and for being brave in taking that next step to either move towards or move away from what no longer, either moving towards what serves you or moving away from what no longer serves you, because that takes great courage too. And some people aren't willing to face that, and that's okay. We aren't always ready to face what we are called to face immediately. So to hold space for yourself for that as well, but recognizing that like you're a human being, the Five of Cups coming out. Of course, like your initial reaction is going to be sad about like spilling these 3 cups, and it's okay to be in this space of feeling sadness. You don't have to just power through all the messy emotions. You can actually like give yourself time to grieve, and to recognize that grief comes in waves. You aren't just automatically, okay, I grieved yesterday, I should be all fine now. No, it's like in different ways and at different times you're going to come to face grief again, and it's going to look different every time you face it. And it's going to get a little bit more manageable every time you really truly face it. And you still have 2 cups standing. Let that sink in. You still have 2 cups. You still have this abundance with you. Let yourself feel the sadness for losing those, but then turn and look and see the abundance that you still have available to you, and the people that still love you, and the beauty of the world still available to you. Ooh. Ace of Pentacles coming out. A new beginning. If you can see, like, that whole landscape area, that looks like the Garden of Eden. This is a beautiful new beginning. One of, security, stability. One of Spirit blessing us with their, wisdom, with their grace. Allowing humans to give ourselves grace, in these different experiences. The 4 of Wands I also do associate with, like, our connection to Spirit and our connection to our own intuitive knowing, and a strengthening of that intuitive knowing. The Ace of Pentacles is really, wow. The Knight of Cups came out with the Page of Cups. A willingness to be both more evolved than you have ever been before, and, still a fresh new babe, ready to, like, learn and ready to explore and ready to hear the messages around you and, like, open yourself even further to the world around you, and, but moving cautiously in this new beginning. The Knights of Cups, the Knights in general are our bodies and being aware of, like, how we're moving our bodies through the world. And the Knight of Cups is so gentle with his cup, able to ride this horse and still, like, not let the cup spill. And the Page of Cups is like the messenger of the tarot. So the Page of Cups really calls us forth even further into, like, our intuitive knowing, really. It's like this page is kind of talking to the fish, like, there are even more signs around you than you can fathom. Spirit is more present with you than you can even understand. And it's really just, like, a matter of opening yourself to that and being willing to, like, be in this unknown space. Hanged Man, the rebel of the tarot. Hanged Man is exactly that, willing to move from at their own pace, willing to, be in different states of discomfort because they know that, they chose to be in those states of discomfort so that they can learn the lessons that need to be learned in that space and continue to move forward with what their spirit is calling of them. I love the Hangman's rebel energy. Whoa. Let's try that again. How many cards fell out? Wow. Yeah, an ending. Wow. And a beginning. Both an ending and a beginning. The 10 of Rods coming out to clarify the 6 of Swords. So you have completed a cycle. You have realized what's yours to carry and what's not yours to carry, and how much you want to have with you as you move forward into this new state of being. A willingness to release what isn't yours to carry, and a willingness to start again. The bravery that comes from starting again, and yet the freedom that comes from starting again, and the strength in your life that comes, like, the more times you begin again, the more times you're willing to face these new beginnings, the easier it becomes to face new beginnings, and the stronger you are in that space. So that's really powerful. That's a really powerful recognition, a really powerful lesson to learn in this lifetime. Yeah, another Knight coming out. So this is the Knight of Blades. Knight of Blades is also one of the warriors of the tarot, and a card of great bravery and moving forth from a place of bravery, and, you know, not getting stuck on fear, but knowing that, like, as you move into these spaces, as you learn to celebrate and you understand the people around you that are here for you, both on this, you know, in this life and on the other side of the veil. Who is it really that you want around you, and who do you want supporting you in this life, and allowing that to give you that bravery that is required, and the strength, the strength to be both celebrating yourself and allowing yourself to feel those moments of sadness, those moments of grief, those messier emotions that really do teach us a lot of our life lessons. Allowing yourself to be in both your shadow and your light, and not like shunning one or, you know, revering the other. It's about finding that balance. And balance is not like making everything perfect and then like keeping it at that level. Balance is allowing yourself to move and to juggle like these different experiences, and balancing what it is to be human, and the complexity and the nuance that is to be a human. Yeah, 8 of Rods. So wow, this is fast-moving energy. This new beginning comes in faster than you could even fathom, and it's, you know, here now with you. And, you know, new beginnings can kind of come out of nowhere, it seems like. They can kind of come seemingly out of thin air and be with us before we even recognize that they're here. And, you know, you're asked to kind of like be willing to be in that state of unknowing, because it can't always be on your timeline, these new beginnings. You really do have to trust divine timing with a lot of this, and recognize that Spirit works with you in its own time. Eight of Rods, 8 of Wands is also Cupid's arrow. So this new beginning could be something that you truly, truly love. Could be a person, but I feel more so that it's like you find something that you really love to do, and you feel called forth to like move forward from that space, and the universe is really encouraging that love to flourish. Yeah, wow. Knight of Cups clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is living her manifestations. She is like actively living the world that she created around herself. It's one thing to manifest, but to be able to live those manifestations, to be able to live this world that you've created for yourself, it's actually somewhat challenging to really let yourself be in that space. So the Knight of Cups, like, asking you to really think about how it is you want to move through this world, and then letting yourself actually live in that way, and knowing that you're deserving of this abundance that you've created for yourself. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, Two of Cups and the Knight of Coins in reverse. Yeah, this is like, the Two of Cups is the soulmate cards. The Two of Cups is like, here, I can show you, is finding that love within ourselves, realizing that we are actually our own soulmate. And, you know, the power that comes when you realize that you have what you want inside you, and you can cultivate that love deep within yourself. And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So, yeah, just kind of like recognizing that you don't have to search farther outside yourself for this love, but that love can come from you, and it can be for you, and it's okay to be a little selfish in that way. It's okay to love yourself. It's essential that you do, in fact, and that when you do fully love yourself, being a human becomes a lot easier, because you're no longer fighting yourself to learn these lessons. Wow. Aries, oh my God, I love this reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to be in this space with you, and for coming through to listen to this reading. I'm sending you guys lots of love and protection. And I'm so excited to talk with you all more soon.